Hey everybody, I hope everybody's having a good weekend. I have gonna draw again today. I've completed a couple more squares, which is awesome. Yesterday I drew write a gratitude prayer, write it out. I do gratitude every day, but I usually just kind of bullet point three things or something really cool and refreshing about just sitting down and really holistically going through and giving thanks for a whole bunch of stuff. It was more meaningful than my bullet list, though my bullet list is an awesome, it's like taking supplements for the heart, every day. There was one other I did. What was the other one I completed? And I've got them checked over. It's hard for me to tell what the heck it was. Um, oh, clean a space. It was down next to it. Clean an area. It was a square right down here, which was a saucha practice of cleanliness. I pulled that a couple days ago, and if you didn't see any of my prior videos about this, I by design, I chose my desk. I intentionally didn't go in and just clean sweep the whole desk. I took 2 or 3 days to just set a timer and work at it systematically so I would develop a habit of working on the cleanliness of my office rather than just going in this project mindset of bang it all out and then let it kind of work its way back into disorder. I'm going to try to get back on. I had a really good, solid system going earlier in the year of taking Tuesdays to process bills and taking 10-minute tidies periodically throughout the week to keep my desk clean. Now I got the desk clean. I'm going to start working on, I'm going to continue with my 10-minute tidies in there on the rest of the office because I've got some stacks or boxes and piles of things that aren't on the desk, but they need to be organized. Not a whole lot, but enough that I want to get it in good shape. So let's draw and see what today's choices for Yoga Bingo. And I'm curious, I need at least two more to get a row, column, or diagonal. Which, by the way, before I read this, a row, column, or diagonal, when you complete it, and I'm excited about this, I've been thinking about what I just drew for the last couple days. When you complete row, column, or diagonal, please post your accomplishment using the hashtag ChristYogaandYou, and I'll be watching on social media for that, or you can email me if you're not a social media person. And anybody who finishes their row, column, or diagonal in mid-September, I will host not one, not two, but 3 classes for the people who do that. Those classes will be exclusive to them. Sorry, I got something in my eye bothering me. Okay, so today's task, and I'm going to share a link with you all. Task. I don't want to use the word task because then it becomes like a to-do. Today's self-care choice is practice alternate nostril breathing twice today. Now, those of you who don't know what alternate nostril breathing is, I'll teach it to you real quickly here in just a moment. But let me tell you a little bit about the benefits of this amazing yet very simple breathing technique. There have been multiple studies done on this breathing technique. I know of one done in 2007, 2013, 2018, and just to consolidate a whole bunch of data real quickly, they found that alternate nostril breathing with one control group they did improved their respiratory rate, their heart rate, and lowered their blood pressure. They met 3 times a week with a yoga instructor who taught them alternate nostril breathing. I think it was for 30 minutes. I don't know that they practice all 30 minutes. The way the article read, it sounded like they just met with somebody for 30-minute sessions and did alternate nostril breathing for part of that time. But after a month, they all had reduced heart rate, which is better, reduced respiratory rate, which is better, and they had lower blood pressure. Pretty simple way to take care of your cardiovascular health, just to breathe differently for a few minutes every day. Another study that was done with swimmers, and swimmers found that they had, after 30 days, and I forget the control on that, how many minutes a day. I'll share the article it's all from. Swimmers had improved respiratory endurance. Now, to me, this improvement of respiratory rate and respiratory endurance is probably really hypercritical right now because this whole coronavirus thing, one of the biggest impacts is on our respiratory system. So I cannot help but think that it is to our advantage for us right now to all be doing whatever we can to have greater respiratory health. Alternate nostril breathing is really easy one. We share one last benefit and then one last study and benefit, and then I'll teach you the technique. So I don't know why I'm waving these around. I think I was just trying to get them out of the way. Alternate nostril breathing, one study was shown to equalize activity in the hemispheres of the brain. Now, why is this important? Another huge benefit of alternate nostril breathing, it has been shown to relieve or reduce anxiety dramatically. So if you're someone who is prone to panic attacks, alternate nostril breathing is a wonderful way to de-escalate that sense of panic. In fact, I know one person personally who said that alternate nostril breathing was the one thing that they could count on to get them out of a panic attack mode. So that's good to know. Here's why it's important to understand that it levelizes the half of the brains. I don't know if you're aware of this, but when we get angry, when somebody makes you really mad and you're in that ranting, ticked off mode and you can't think straight, there's a reason for that. The activity within the hemispheres of our brain becomes greatly imbalanced. One side becomes highly overactive over the other side. And alternate nostril breathing has been proven in a study to balance the brain activity. So you can go from a mad brain to a glad brain by doing alternate nostril breathing. All right, let's dig into the technique. I'm going to show you the simplest form of it, and then I'm going to show you a couple ways else you can do it. I was checking to make sure I was still live here. Oh, and by the way, if I don't do it right now, I'll forget to paste the link that I wanted to give you guys. And I've been keeping it ready in case. It's not one to paste. I can do it afterwards. So put your left hand on your left knee, take your right hand, tuck in a couple of your fingers, like so, okay? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to exhale through our nose, both nostrils right now. You're going to close the right nostril and inhale through the left. Let's do a 4 count. Close that off, exhale through the right. For 4, inhale through the right. Close it, exhale through the left. And that's one cycle. So very simple. Inhaling left, exhale right, inhale right, exhale left. Just continue to repeat that. So let's do a couple rounds, and I'll call it out the way I was. I'm not going to count because it's hard for me to count, do this, breathe, and all that, right? So, okay, here we go. Inhaling through, let's exhale first. Inhale through the left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Again, inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Now that's the simplest form of that breathing technique, where for even amounts of counts, I used 4. I think that's a great place to start. We are inhaling exhaling right, exhaling left, okay? There are a couple variations you can do on that. Some people use even counts. They inhale, hold for 4, exhale, inhale, hold for 4, exhale, okay? My personal favorite, what I do when I breathe, and this is a little bit more, I get used to just doing that because it's hard to remember kind of left, right, left. At least it was for me. It took me a while to get it down. But what I actually do now is I do a count of 4, 6, and 8, where I inhale, I hold for 6, I exhale for 8. Then I inhale on the right, hold for 4, hold for 6, exhale for 8. If that's too complicated, don't worry about it. Keep it simple, but I will demonstrate that once real quickly. I'm not going to count out loud, but I will call what I'm doing. So let's exhale. Inhale through the left for 4. Hold for 6. Exhale right for 8. Inhale for 4 right. Hold for 6. Exhale left for 8. Inhale for 4. Hold for 6. Exhale for 8. Right side. Inhale right for 4. Hold for 6. Exhale 8 on the left.